Hi everybody, welcome back. It's August 12th, 2023, and once again we're going back to the moon using the Worldwide Telescope. So the question is, did we go to the moon and land, or did we not? I'm having a really difficult time resolving that issue between what I know and what I think I know. What I know is what everybody knows, right? Everything that we've seen, history, and so on. But then what I think I know, I see these pictures, and it makes me wonder. Arthur Schopenhauer is a 19th century philosopher, and he said all truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. And third, it is accepted as being self-evident. So I guess, I can keep going back and forth on this issue, whether or not we landed on the moon. But maybe I should just leave that up to you. I don't know. I guess it's where you want to place your beliefs, right? I guess it's a choice. So I wouldn't really expect other people to necessarily think that we didn't land on the moon based on my pictures alone. That's why I wish so many more people would get to this worldwide telescope and show this stuff. Because it'd be nice to have somebody else show the same thing to back you up, So this is an image that I used right here, and I sharpened it. And I've been forgetting to mention the fact that I do use the sharpen filter as well as all of the other stuff that we use on the black and white. But obviously we've got lots of buildings here. And we have, large and small, and they are sometimes, frequently actually, positioned in a diagonal, coming across the screen diagonally. And whenever you have that, this eliminates the idea of pixels. You have these things coming down diagonally. You have large buildings, you have small buildings. There's too much evidence here to call this pixels, not to mention the fact that we also have shadows. So this is definitely not pixels, and it appears to be, buildings in this location on the moon. This is why I find it so difficult to say that we landed there. I mean, for one thing, everything that I've looked at so far, and a lot of the pictures that I've shown in my previous videos, doesn't show much space anywhere to land on the moon. But, whatever. I guess I'll have to leave that up to you. Now, these dark areas that are in these pictures are representing either craters or depressions in the surface of the moon. However, it's an optical illusion, or it's an illusion placed there on purpose, because these are not craters and they don't go down below the surface. So it's all an illusion, like we said before. And by the way, all of these dark areas that I'm talking about, I've really wiped out. I've really destroyed them in order to be able to see what's all around them. Okay, so these dark areas are really wiped out. Got some really cool looking dark buildings here. This is a picture that reminds me of something Joseph Skipper had found, where he was looking at rows of very dark buildings that were exactly the same, just like the dark ones here in the middle. One after another, taken on a strip while flying over the surface. And I don't know where he got that picture. I don't know if it was part of the Clementine mission, but I thought all those images were gone. NASA lost the images, right? Yeah, they lost them. That's pretty funny right there. And just like we've seen before, there's just so many buildings there. It's just so overpopulated. It's just really difficult to get your mind around that particular aspect. I mean, it'd be hard enough to get your mind around that if it was here on Earth. But the fact that it's on the moon, I mean, that's just completely warps your mind right there. I've got this extra large building right here that reaches into the dark area. And that's one thing that I've seen quite a bit of, that the dark areas are feathered around the edges. Whether it's light buildings coming in or dark buildings reaching out, which is all really the same thing. But it helps you keep from being a perfectly round or perfectly defined edge, because those edges really shouldn't be perfectly defined. So this is again part of the illusion that it's all put there on purpose. There's nothing done here by accident. See at the bottom left here, at this area along the base of that crater, we'll call it. You can see the white buildings encroaching in. This is all part of that feathering. By the way, there are lines coming down. Now these are just sort of representative. They're not exact at all. But there are lines coming down that looks like streets. I mean, obviously they don't have streets because they're not running their Chevys up and down. But they are row after row after row. Do you see that? Yeah, they're in there. And sometimes you do get a view of some of the buildings, particularly along the edges in these dark areas. Yeah, well, so I don't know. I don't know. I really am driving myself crazy about this thing about landing on the moon. Sometimes I guess I just want life to be more simple. I just want to be able to say that, yeah, we landed on the moon. We've seen all the evidence, but it doesn't look like it, according to what I'm seeing. So it's really kind of driving me crazy, and I would just do anything to have somebody else find these pictures and verify it for me. I swear I'm going to go crazy. I'd love to hear your opinions too, by the way. Don't hesitate to write in. Whether or not it comes through, I don't know. There's a good chance that it won't, but please write in. Let me know your thoughts on that, and throw me a couple extra likes. I hate asking for that stuff, but I know that YouTube is messing with me on that, so I just appreciate trying a little more from you folks and see how much they actually suppress me. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon.